was a fun drive up though.
Seriously.
Even the drive back was chill too.
That's why I want to see the videos because I'm like, yo, this shit is probably straight jokes. Straight jokes. Straight jokes. That's like, funny. Wait, what'd you say? You broke up. Please.
No, wait, just like, yo, Matt, you trying to make me crash?
Oh.
I'm like, yo, y'all didn't know that I switched up to like the more old school R&B. I'm like, nah, let me go to like early 2000s R&B. I ain't trying to die right now.
She was going in.
I wasn't okay about to play like Nug if you block, but I was like, you know what, let me not, because then that's really gonna cause a crash.
That's bad funny. Nah, the playlist on the way up, fire.
Yeah.
Fire. We was jamming, bro. We was jamming. You picked some good shit. So
on the way back down, yeah.
Yeah, like I listen to like 2000s Southern hip hop, like not as much as I love, as much as I used to, but I love that shit. So when you was putting it on, bro, I was.
My fault. Yeah, I couldn't hear what you said. That you went mute for mad long.
Oh nah, I was like I love like 2000s like Southern hip hop. So when you was playing it, bro, I was like, I don't get to listen to it as often. I was like, damn, that's fire.
Brought y'all back a little bit.
Yeah, I want to get back to work.
I can't wait to drink. This is stressing me out.
You say you can't wait to drink?
Yo, I got drunk yesterday, like unintentionally. It wasn't like intentionally.
No, I got you. That's definitely happened to me.
Yeah, like I had a drink yesterday, and I was like, all right, cool, I'm Gucci. But like I went to Super Burrito, and they gave me a White Claw. So I was like, all right, cool. Like so after I finished my drink, I was like, all right, I'm Gucci.
Yo, Jess.
What?
Yo, Leaf. What they give you at Super Burrito?
They gave me a White Claw.
Basic bitch. First the latte, now this.
Yeah.
That's a fact. You got a latte and then a claw.
It was a macchiato. Okay.
No, it wasn't.
It was a macchiato.
Wasn't it a latte? What's a latte? What makes it a latte?
A latte is different than a macchiato. That's all I know.
Okay, so we got, the unfortunate events that happened with Jacob Blake into what the Bucks did that erupted over sports. How do you guys feel about, like, I know with me, the NFL's done. Like, me and Leaf have talked about this multiple times, but, like...
I'm over them. I'm done with them.
The NFL and myself have no relation. I do not acknowledge them. They're, like,
over
at all. Until there's some sort of... I appreciate the way the NBA has embraced the Black Lives Matter and society and their players. The bulk of their players are people of color. So I appreciate how they have allowed each individual within reason, because it is a corporation still, and they still have to be able to be comfortable within the masses. So I do get that too. But they've given the platform, like, after Jacob Blake watching the women, the WNBA, have those
they killed it.
With
WNBA
the 7
killed
shots.
It. And I feel like the WNBA has consistently done that.
Yeah.
Consistently.
Oh yeah.
For sure. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. The NBA has consistently stood up for social justice.
Right.
Consistently.
Right.
I have not seen that at all in the NFL.
And it's disgusting.
At all. And now that they're talking, like don't get me wrong, the Dolphins did something, they put something together. The Titans did something, they put something together.
I know, but what I need is the commissioner, the board, the people, the white people.
And because it's not, and the fact that it has gotten to this point, has come this far, and you still haven't heard anything, I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted to have been a fan after Kat took a knee. I'm disgusted because I had felt conflicted then.
Yeah.
So I felt conflicted then. I was disgusted when when they said they gave him a tryout, but they didn't really give him a tryout. They said they didn't blackball him, but it was clear that they had blackballed him. And it was like, okay, all right.
And you know what? Another thing that I didn't like about that, Cap, sorry to cut you off, to double down on that is whenever they came to their agreement or payout or whatever they were going to give him, whatever they settled on, I hate the fact that they NDA'd him to death where nothing could come out for the people to be at rest. Ever since that, you settled, so therefore you agreed that y'all did something wrong. That's my biggest thing.
Didn't the NFL? I think they released a statement a few days ago about the Kaepernick.
I am going to look
but
I think.
But again, at this point for me,
it took this long. It took
like
4 years.
Yeah, like at this point, like it's not just that. It's the way they treat their players. It's the owners. It's the lack of representation in ownership. I'm over it. I'm done. Finito. I'm done.
So the NFL for me is done. But in relation to other sports, MLB jumped in on the boycott of playing this week.
Here we go.
That young tennis player,
NFL commissioner supporting Kaepernick now, and then of course, Dallas Cowboys VP refuses to join NFL commissioner in supporting Kaepernick.
I'm cool off the NFL.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I think that
again, I'm good.
Everything. I just the whole organization. You could just throw them away.
Like get y'all money, black men, but be smart.
Exactly. Get your money to feed your family.
I ain't knocking y'all, but I ain't watching.
I am not supporting anything NFL, which is like I know that's big for you, Lee.
I
know that's huge for you.
Huge.
But it's necessary at this point, especially with what we've seen, what we've felt, what we're witnessing, the times we're in. I cannot feed into something that I know is detrimental to my people. That don't give a fuck about me and the people that look like me. You don't.
No.
They make you so much money and you just can't even hold it down. That's like the biggest thing.
It used to kill me as a kid. I would watch like the NFL, right? I'd watch the NFL, and as a kid, I was playing football. So like you see all these kids like on the field with the teams, like the NFL helping these neighborhoods, and I was like, where are y'all in the black neighborhood? It's not even like y'all like. It's not even like you're not in my neighborhood, but you're not even in the neighborhood like next to me. You're not even in the neighborhood down the block from the stadium.
Right.
But like all the optics show you helping all these white kids, but it's like you're not even helping the inner city.
What happened to y'all neighborhoods? What happened to all these players' neighborhoods? Why is that not shown? But they love to highlight. They love to highlight a young black man that made it out.
The players individually, they take care of it. The organizations, however,
they don't double
when it comes to their community outreach, it's not in the inner city. When it comes to their community outreach, you know, like I love like what Malcolm Jenkins did for the Philadelphia Eagles when he started standing up and protesting and in support of Kaepernick. But he made like a valid point. Like they're not doing enough for inner city youth.
Yeah. They're
not doing enough.
They're not.
And then,
but you want these kids to play for y'all. Come make a quick buck.
That's the whole thing.
I'm gonna get you out there.
It's insane. It's really insane, and I am excited to see what Dwayne Johnson does with his football platform.
That I will watch. I will watch.
I'll be
I'll be a fan.
100%.
I'm there for it.
I am so excited in the women's football league. I don't know the proper term, but I'm support of football, just not the NFL.
Nope.
The NFL.
I'm done with college football too. I'm done with I'm done with college football. I am done. The organizations that are put in place, they trap these young black men, and I'm over it.
And they don't want to pay them. They don't want to give them anything. They want to use.
These kids are playing during a fucking pandemic, and they're not being paid. They're not being paid. They're playing during a pandemic,
and
they
coaches
know that
are getting hazard pay. Their staff is getting hazard pay for coaching and all these other things.
Mm-hmm.
But the players who are actually risking their lives and body, nothing.
They're not getting paid. And I can't even watch
not
that.
Dime.
It breaks my heart because these kids, they know that this is my shot, This is the chance that I can get. Like, I have to play because this is my draft year.
Yeah.
I may not get drafted. This is the year I need to play. This is, for him, it's a business.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, you don't get drafted. Let's say you don't get drafted. Let's say you get hurt. Let's say you get COVID.
They playing with their
Ain't no hazard pay.
There's a wrap for you. There's a wrap for you.
Ain't no hazard pay. Ain't no guarantee that now if you get hurt, you get sick this season, something else like that, next season come around, they move on from you. You done. You done missed your time.
That's the problem. These guys are gambling their livelihoods. These players are gambling their family's future, financial future. They're putting everything, and there's nothing.
And they could just as easily go to Canada, play pro football, and get paid. They could easily go to another league and go get paid.
Somewhere else. Yep.
You're not wrong.
But you're pushing college on these kids. You pushing college on these kids and not paying them. You taking their talent and you getting paid. They were talking
about that right before Zion got drafted, right? Or before he joined the draft. I forgot what channel it was that they were covering the college games or whatever. They had a camera, literally called the Zion cam, just focused on him, right?
And someone was saying,
like, yo, okay, you guys are making money off him, but like, how you guys? Well, the whole match is just starting to pop up on SmackDown. Like, yo, how you guys, compensating? How you guys, paying him back? You guys are making money off of him, so it came up. The whole conversation of, having some kind of salary for these college players. And they're saying, oh, no, we don't want to give them, we don't want to pay them because then they're going to think about it's all about money. They got to focus on their schoolwork and all this, that, and the third. It's like, come on.
Average it out. Come on. Average it out. Whatever the team makes in sales for likenesses, no matter who's on the team, whatever the team makes, pay those kids.
Yep.
Yeah, you only got to pay one player over all of them, but whatever the team makes in regards to likenesses of the team, pay him, pay them, so that at least these kids can eat.
Yeah,
I've done the college experience, and these kids are not eating. They're not eating. They don't have the.
And that's going to lead to them getting hurt. Not being able to take care of themselves because they can't afford to properly take care of themselves and fuel their bodies.
Once the off season comes, and they go back to West Bumblefuck, Florida, they don't got no money in their pocket. They working 2-3 jobs just to get through the off season, just to get back to college to have a home cooked meal.
Yep, very hard.
Pay these kids, pay them, pay
100%, 100%. All right, so let's move on to Thursday. Matt calls me or texts me. He's going now.
Matt early too.
Matt is the determined photographer. He texts me, hey, you want to accompany me to DC for the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington? I first thought in my mind when I was laying in that bed was, this is a lie.
No, honestly, when I did decide to hit you guys up about it, I was like, I also have to I also do recognize the fact that it is a lot to take in. It is last minute. It's a lot, and there's also the chance that there's also the potential of things getting a little
crazy.
I don't want to say dangerous, but I guess crazy,
chaotic.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was fully going to understand if you guys said no. I'm not comfortable going. But what, cool, understand. But I did hit you guys up because I did remember that the last time we chilled at Leak's crib, I had brought up the March, and you guys were like, yo, let us know we're down.
Right.
So that was cool. So I was like, let me just extend that invite to them again. And I'm glad y'all.
I guess I must have forgot that shit because I was scared. When you asked me that shit, the second time around, when y'all called me that Thursday, I was like I said, on the phone. I hung up and I was like, what the hell did I just do?
Why? What were your hesitations? What were you feeling? What were JoDn? What were you feeling? Thinking? Stuck on? Hesitant about?
I mean, I've had my own encounter with police brutality, so it was something that I wasn't willing to face. I've throughout this entire movement, this resurgence of the Black Lives Matter movement, a part of me just was in disbelief. it's gonna be the same old shit again. We gonna pop out. They're gonna roll out, and then y'all gonna forget about us.
Right.
And I was like, I ain't have no faith. So I didn't want to do none of the protests. I didn't believe in any of it. And then also, like, when you see the videos online and you see these people getting hurt, or you see the retaliation from the police,
but that's the thing, that's the thing. Like, that's what, especially from what I think. Like, granted, not every photographer or every person was there to show support. They're there to see the craziness. And especially all these news outlets, like, they want to see that craziness. They want to see the rioting. They want to see the clash between cops and protesters. So it's like, again, I've been covering these. I've been going to them since they've begun here in New York. And have I seen craziness? Yes, but a lot of the time, it was peaceful protesting. It was just people marching, shoulder to shoulder, just chanting. And then there was also moments of like there was also joyous moments within the protest, people singing along with each other, people, dancing with each other. It was, and that's what, what kind of annoyed me, that they don't show that.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So, like, I have no doubt in my mind about the peaceful side of things. It was that small percentage of the possibility of it becoming violent.
But back to what Matt was saying in regards to what you're saying, Lee, is that's the media putting that fear in you to keep you home from going out, because numbers scare these people. Because I was the same way.
But with that fear that they're selling, and the fear I already had.
Yeah, because you have an actual tangible experience.
Lisa's right. That worked, because there are people who wanted to join, but they're just too scared because they had their own encounters, with law enforcement. So that definitely worked. That was definitely a scare tactic they were using to keep people home.
Yeah.
But there's been multiple times where I was out at these protests and I FaceTime you guys, or FaceTime Dean. I was showing you guys what I was a part of.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think that, like, again,
I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, seriously. I've been giving you your praises these last couple of days above all, because so first, me getting that call and, me saying yes, same thing that you were saying, Lee, in the respect of, what did I just say yes to? Like, why do I want to do this so bad? Why do I need this? But, like, again, that last week was a tough week.
Yeah.
Seeing that now a crazier, a wilder, not crazier, but another man is being gunned down in front of his kids after breaking up a fight. And then to see the news reports, he's handcuffed to his bed. And then to see these stories, how they erupt over the world. You have every country now looking at this country. Our country's looking at other countries of how injustices are happening to black people all over, people of color all over. To see how it affected the world. And then to get that call, it's like everybody's showing up, Jess.
That's
everybody's standing up. Like, it's hard, but we have to stand up. That's the only way we're going to affect change. Yep. We can't let propaganda, because at this point we're all smart enough to know what the media is doing. I mean, luckily, I don't have a story with police brutality to myself. I have friends like yourself that have encounters, with police, good and bad. But I don't have that, level of fear or hesitation on me. It was just more so, I'm a woman. Black women are getting killed. Black men, we're getting killed. I'm going to another state. Mm-hmm. This is a big one. This is not just my local protest. This is a big one. There's history on these grounds that I'm going to walk on for the first time. I've never even been in that park in my life.
Yeah. Same.
So, to do that, and then the closer we got, like, we parked a little bit of a way, the closer we got.
Yeah.
It's like, first of all, the sun was coming out the closer we got.
The closer we got,
it was like it got hotter and hotter.
For real, literally.
Yo, we're not too far.
We're walking up, we're hearing Al Sharpton talk, we're hearing, the victims' families talk. We're getting closer, we're seeing more people, we're seeing more signage, we're seeing the police. It's like, damn near quiet. But the closer we get, you see the city come alive, broad daylight.
Yeah,
And then,
like
I could say it felt like
building up the closer we got.
yes.
Yeah, it felt like the air had been sucked out of the room before we got there, and then it was just that.
Bro, it's the most like beautiful, overwhelming sight that I've ever for real witnessed. I've been to concerts, I've been to festivals, so it's not new to be around people. You know what I mean? Like
people, but no, this felt the most relaxed. If anything, like I've done this is the most relaxed I felt amongst a group of people. Like a large amount of people.
For anyone that has the hesitations that Leaf and I had, and probably Matt at some point in regards to like the fear. Yes, things are gonna happen, but things can happen anywhere. You could be crossing the street in any neighborhood, and anything can happen to you. You could be in the best of neighborhoods, and you could still get shot. You could get hit by a car. Anything can happen anywhere.
Yeah.
But the fear that's placed in the news is not. It was not what I saw. I was not in an angry mob. There were people dancing. The chants are uplifting. Yeah. When we talk about Negro spirituals and slave spirituals and how that kept me going. I was tired by the time we got to
I felt like I was marching with the ancestors. I'm gonna be real with you. The level of joy.
Yes.
And it was just like
it was like empowering.
And it wasn't just black people either. It was like everyone. It was everyone, and it just felt like, for me personally, going through what I've been through, it felt like I was seen.
Yes.
It felt like I had finally felt seen. Yes. Like my story had been told, that I could close that chapter in my life. It's something I had been holding on to for 14 years.
Right.
So for me, it was like a weight had been lifted off of me. Those footsteps didn't feel heavy; they felt light.
Right.
I shed a weight. Like I felt light. You know, so for me to be able to walk that,
I felt so protected. Like, as vulnerable as a space that it was, because again, you know, anything can happen. Any idiot.
Yeah. But that's another thing. That's another thing. Like, going out there, like, I kept that in mind. Like, yo, I know I'm going out there, you know, not just to show support, but also do my thing with the, you know, with the photography. I was like, I'm going out there with Jess and Leaf. I'm like, I have to make sure I keep an eye on that. I have to make sure, you know, you guys are around me.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yo,
very big on buddy system. Big on buddy system.
And on point. Like, Matt, I thank you seriously. The goggles, Matt was prepared for everything, every situation.
We got in the car and he's like, I got goggles. I'm like, goggles? He just said bring an extra mask. And every time something would come, I'm like, listen, we ain't that far. We like an hour outside of the city. We ain't that far.
We can turn back around.
I mean, luckily, you know, I haven't had to use, you know, any of that extra, you know, gear. I guess you said, like, I haven't had to use any of that, you know, since I bought all that. But there's always that, you know, that sense of, you know, anything can happen at any moment. Because there's been times where, you know, I've been, you know, at protests marching, and it went from everyone singing and dancing to just, oh shit, we gotta run.
Right.
So all that was just in case. You know, I didn't really think we were going to need it, but I was like, you know what?
I've been walking around with this down.
That's what made me feel safe about going.
I'm telling you, if it was just Leaf and I, we would have never went.
Yeah, it was the fact that you were prepared, you were attentive, you made sure that we felt comfortable in all situations.
Yes.
Like your guys, you know, your guys' safety was definitely over my almost the entire time. Cause I was like, yo, you know, again, we just don't know what's gonna happen. But I was like, you know what, this is gonna be, you know, one of those marches that's gonna go down in history. Like, I doubt anything bad's gonna happen.
Yeah,
but you know, there's always that sense of.
I've never, like I said, I never felt vulnerable but empowered at the same time in such great magnitudes on both ends. Because, like you said, I'm walking through this crowd and I'm seeing faces that look like mine, that don't look like mine. I'm hearing vernacular from different cultures, and just it was just everything I needed. It literally is what I feel like all of us, especially young people, we all need to witness something great as a group, because I've never seen togetherness like that. I've never seen solidarity and confidence, and I've never felt culture like that. I've been places, and I felt cultured in my country.
I mean,
with my
because
people.
It's ours.
Yes.
Because it's ours. Yeah, you know what? And I think that's really what it was when I heard the drums playing, when I saw us dancing, even the chants. It was
no
our
justice,
chant.
no peace, fuck those racist ass
Fuck the
police,
police
is fire.
ass police, and we was bumping. We was
like
bumping.
people were dancing mad. Like you caught great video pictures of that one kid that was just giving it to us, in the crowd.
Doing the cowboy boots.
Yeah.
Like it was everything. It was everything for me. It was everything for me. Another thing that was telling for me was that every cop we walked past smiled.
Yes.
And that's another thing to notate. I'm not gonna do disservice.
And a lot of them cops was black too, and I was just
black.
like, I see you, sis. I see you, sis.
And it was respectful, head nods, smiles. It was. I didn't even feel like there was a lot of people around, like a lot of cops around, or a lot of authority, because they were everywhere you turn.
I'm pretty sure, especially in DC, I'm pretty sure they play this smart. Like, yo, you know what? If we do put, if the majority of cops there are not people of color, whatever, like it could turn into a problem. So, like, let's put, I can say, let's put more, people of color.
If that's the plan,
but
they're listening.
DC is a black city too, and that's
true. You're right.
If that's the plan, but even with the people, the police officers, because police officers are people. I don't believe that they all believe in the blue wall of silence. I don't believe that.
For sure.
I do think
for
that,
sure.
To see the representation of authority, the color, the pigmented representation of authority down there, that just shows me someone's listening. For whatever reason, someone's listening. You knew that you needed the right personnel on the job. And just to double down, because I need people to understand, because I know we're on police neck. We're on the police department, the government, the local government. We're on their neck about how they're governing policing where we are.
Oh, for sure.
Great representation of authority was there that day for me. I felt safe. I didn't feel like no one was going to come out their face and overuse their power at that point.
Yeah.
In the streets, I think it was open enough that when we left,
yeah,
I didn't feel trapped.
Yes. I'm saying it was a very good flow. Like, the organizers, the city did what they needed to do for this.
They did great. No, they did great. I'm not going to knock on it. They did a good job of all that.
Yeah, so shout out to DC, shout out to the mayor of DC.
And I will say this for all of my listeners and anyone that protests, anyone of you guys as fans, or anyone that's going to come on board to listen to this, to hear all of our perspectives, I will say this. We protested, we stood there, we heard the speeches, we stood with our people, we walked with our people, we danced with our people, we laughed with our people, we shared with our people, and then we left. I will say this. There is no reason to linger after doing what we came here to do.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about all the positive things. After we left, there was stuff in the news of how people lingering in groups. So I'm saying this to my people. Do what you came out there to do, and nothing more, nothing less.
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
Don't overstay your welcome. It is okay to stand up for what you believe in. Despite what you see in them, it is okay to stand with your people for what you believe in. Don't do too much.
Don't linger.
And too much is lingering. And that's all I mean. Stand what you stand, protest, be as loud as you need to be in the designated time. We're there for a reason. Don't stay too long. Because that's when we were on our way out, we were like, we walked enough.
It's time to go.
Time to go. The crowd is already kind of breaking off a little bit, so you can tell we're at the end of where we need to be. Let's go about our business. Don't stay too long, because I will say that group, that size, that's intimidating. Like us all walking, and that's the whole purpose. The number of us is supposed to be intimidating. It's a call for us to get attention. Let's not misuse the power that we conjured up. So go,
especially like where we are now, and I'm not saying
like where we are now. Yes.
Not where we were 2-3 months ago.
Yes.
Where the outrage, the anger, like it was raw, it was fresh, it was there.
Was.
You get me?
Especially at the very beginning, think about it. There was also people who have all that extra aggression or extra energy from being home for months because of quarantine.
Yeah, but a couple months ago, I definitely understood that energy, that energy. I get that, but now
where we are in this movement,
now,
and
be outside, but don't do too much. Is my thing.
Now it's like I understand and I applaud everybody who is there on the front lines in the beginning. Just because like I wasn't capable of doing that. I wasn't capable of being there in that unrest. Not the way I felt. And to see where we are now in the movement, like you said, there is no point to linger. There is no point to stay. We've gained enough attention to the point where it's like, where's the change? Where's the action? Now that's what I'm protesting for. I'm not protesting my anger. I'm not protesting my frustration. I'm protesting where the fuck is the change.
Right.
Because I need change.
Right. Don't give them something else to distract them from the change that needs to be done.
100%.
Let's not, as a collective, let's talk to if I want us all to continue to use our voices. I want us to continue to be together. I want us to continue to show up in groups, because the groups are what are making the change. They're gonna impose on change. That's what the us togetherness. They're gonna have to do something. Like they're doing. Everybody's trying to do something. It's not enough. It's not enough yet. We ain't there yet. But everybody is ruffling their feathers to try to do something, whether it's for the real reasons or the fake reasons. There's a lot of things being moved around. We got enough attention, like you said. We want things to change. Don't give them a reason to be like, see, that's why we can't change. You see?
Yep.
Don't let's.
You're definitely right on that.
But let's not give them to be like, well, there goes that. Another one bites the dust. We were almost. Don't give them anything else for them to because then all of this work is for no reason.
Exactly.
On the way home, like I said last week, I will say it again. Last week for me, one of the hardest weeks this summer, these last couple of months, from quarantine into the resurgence of Black Lives Matter and all this stuff going on with the politics and stuff. Unfortunately, rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. We lost our king. We lost our king.
Seriously,
Wakanda
king.
forever.
Our king.
We lost the big one.
Yeah, that was tough one.
We lost the big
one. I
symbol.
don't even think I've processed it yet. To be real with you, I haven't processed it.
When we got in the car, I don't know if we already dropped Matt off when you got the news. Was it that?
Yeah, it was after, everyone got the news. We definitely got the news after you dropped me off.
Right, because I think it was you was in the front seat when we were talking about it. And I kid you not, I was so mentally taken aback from the day I couldn't even process that.
Yeah.
I still, like you just said, I still haven't really...
Because it was like we went from such a a great experience at the march to like that come down. It was like damn.
And it's somber. Yeah, because like you said, with the unity that we felt, I felt like
because we left the protest,
that sense of unity before we even went to the protest.
Yes.
Like you said, like you haven't like that culture that we felt. Like I felt that when Black Panther came out.
Yes.
I felt that when they announced the movie. I felt that sense of love, that sense of pride that we felt when we were marching. I felt that. So when to just be leaving the march and to hear
we left the march on a high note, because we left the march after we finished fucking singing and dancing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We left the march like after that one guy finished with the guy with Cowboys. After he finished, we were all on that. We made a little circle. We were all there singing and dancing. And once that ended, we're like, yo, it's actually time for us to now we got dip. So we did that. We left on a high point. We left the protest on a good note.
The ride home was a great decompressor for me, at least. To get me to my destination. For all of us, great conversation.
Only to be hit again.
Hit again, and a big blow at that. We lost a leader. We lost a pillar. We lost someone that stood for such excellence and love and acceptance, and just we lost our king.
Yeah. And to know that he gave us what he gave us in his last years, knowing they were his last years.
Yeah. That's
I think it's even more selfless it gives me chills. It gives me goosebumps
He
to
did
know
work.
that
He did
in your
work
life,
that could be used for generations to come. He left all his roles, and it has like, and this is how when we gotta talk about God, like whatever higher power everybody believe in. This man was put here for a mission.
Yeah, he was.
His every movie, like the last 10 of them things, last 10 of his projects, his outpours of creativity or
so there was Marshall, 42, Black Panther.
It's for generations. We talking about social studies when a teacher brings out the DVDs. We're playing something of his. We're playing Black Panther. We're playing. Of course. We're playing.
He definitely left his mark. He definitely left his mark.
We're playing Get Up. We're playing all of this stuff. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing the titles of these things, but
just Get On Up.
Get on up. But you know what I'm saying? We're playing all of. He has a music entry, a sports entry, a superhero entry. He has like everything.
A judge. Like, come on, he got Thurgood Marshall.
He showed us a black person in so many. He played a black person in so many different lights. It's not just an athlete.
I felt guilty for knocking him. I felt guilty for knocking him in the beginning. I was like, why is he like? I always thought he was so talented, and I was like, why is he only being cast for biopics? Why is he
probably specifically his role.
But now I'm grateful that is his body of work. That's his legacy. I'm so thankful for it because like in my mind I'm like, yo, he's great. He's gonna do X, Y, Z. I'm like, I'm waiting for not the next Black Panther, but I'm waiting for his next big science fiction film. But for that to be his body of work, I've been following him his whole career. So for that to be his body of work and that be solely his body of work, I'm proud. I'm proud.
I'm getting like chills talking
thankful.
about it.
Like. I'm proud. Yeah, I'm getting goosebumps, yo. I like as somber as it is, I'm thankful.
What a life.
Thankful. Yo.
What a life at what was it, 43?
So thankful.
43?
Like
42.
Yeah, 43.
43,
44. Oh no, wait, what?
When he passed away, it was 43?
43. Was it 43?
What a year.
Yeah.
What a life. Sorry. What a life.
Yeah.
What a life. What an impactful life.
Yes.
Everything that he's done will live with us forever.
I can't. I'm not gonna lie. I can't wait till I can tell kids about the experience of going to see Black Panther.
43.
I can't wait. I can't wait to pass that down to the next generation from me. Not not now because they get to experience it. Right. But for us, like we talk about like. Our parents, they experienced like the first Black woman in Star Trek,
right?
And the like, you get what I'm saying? Like this is the first Black all led cast, front of the camera, behind the camera, and it gave us pride. It gave us pride. I didn't feel corny saying Wakanda forever when I walked down the block. It wasn't something cheap. It was a real movement.
They created another place for people of color to call their own. He spearheaded another home for us.
And that's why he will forever be our king. I say it as such,
100%.
as such because he's the king.
50
years
ago,
king.
we had Martin Luther King. This year, we have Chadwick Boseman, our king.
Our king.
And a staple. Unfortunately, he's not here, but he will forever be here because of what he gave us. He left us legacy. He left us like I said, every generation after this will know about King T'Challa.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Everyone will know. You understand?
Bombay, yes, Bombay, yes.
It's crazy because like he legit kept this like a super secret. Like the well, I think it was yesterday I was reading the writers for Black Panther 2. They finished the script and everything, but they didn't know about him having cancer. Yeah, they didn't know at all, and now they're like, yo, like he's legit secret from mad people.
Okay, so that's too soon. I'm not gonna ask. I was gonna ask how do we feel about Black Panther? I don't think they should do another one.
No, I think they continue it.
They have to, but they have. It's not right now.
No,
and the thing is, everything like movie wise, like it's gonna be.
The story could be written because it makes sense. The story could be written because it would make sense. Like we were introduced to his father, would not really in the movie. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It could.
No. They brought his father in from time. Like his father was cast. Like this is what I'm saying. It's been since back to Captain America: Civil War.
Right.
Is where they casted Chadwick. So like they've been building this story for as long as they have. I want them to do it justice. I want them to continue. Like I saw online today, and like people are like, they don't want the role to be recast, and I'm like, I would love to see this legacy continue. He started something that we can be proud of.
Yeah.
The next black man that takes that role is not going to be Chadwick, but
you have some big shoes to fill.
But the fact, and again, he will, but
that's gonna be
to continue that legacy for the next, even though it's not him and it's the next person, it gives that kid hope. Yeah. It still gives that kid hope. I'm not saying do it for the business or anything, but do it for them.
I wish I had kids. I wish I had a baby to have experience. I wish I could have brought my kid to the movie theaters to see Black Panther.
To see Black Panther and that impact. But you know what? There's going to be they're going to know a world now since Black Panther that there's going to be all black cast. They're gonna know a world after that change.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't know that world, and it was a surprise for us. Now imagine you being born and that's your new normal.
Yep, and thank you, Chadwick. Thank you, the creators of that all black cast, the casting director.
Seriously.
God bless them. God bless Ryan Coogler. God bless whoever else is involved in that. And again, thank you, Chadwick. Sorry. Thank you, Mr. Boseman. Thank you, King T'Challa. Wakanda forever.
Seriously.
Forever.
For real. For real.
What else is there? I think that's really it.
I mean, we knocked it out. Did well.
I'm telling you,
I went by fast.
And we've been recording for over an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't feel like it.
Way well over an hour. It's like hour and 45 at this point. Between like
I haven't showed y'all that video of me running. Like the first 2 days of COVID.
I'm about to smoke, and you can send me that.
Nah, look.
Wait. Let's say our goodbyes on camera so I can edit it.
Like there's like I definitely have like pictures of video shit that I like. It's not that I refuse to post them. I just feel like it's gonna be counterproductive to what I'm showing.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to, like, you know, with most definitely, like, with everybody, you know, there's way too many people out there, especially, like, photographers, like, they're out there, again, just to capture the craziness, but where the fuck is this?
Oh, so that's a good question, Matt. As a photographer.
There we go.
As a photographer, what?
Actually, perfect. Yeah. I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see it. Right there. Perfect. Yeah.
You know you can just send it to us.
I can.
Because there's a glare. I see myself.
Oh.
Emergency.
No, I'll
But, again, guys.
I'll send it to y'all instead, but.
Thank you, Matt, for inviting me. Thank you for.
I'm honestly glad y'all came in, because, again, regardless, like.
Without you, I would have never. I just want you to know. I would have never. Without you being seasoned in this and me seeing what you've been doing and coming out with, and you are another superhero in the sense of being.
I don't know about all that.
No, you are. I mean, you're not King T'Challa. Like, let's not get crazy.
I don't know. Yeah.
You live in Wakanda, but you ain't, T'Challa. But you are a staple, at least for me, because the strength now and the walk. The heat. We're at the end of summer. We got a nice little 90-degree day that wasn't even supposed to be what it was. End of the summer, the heat, the walk, the attentiveness, to even be present while you're there, while you're feeling whatever you're feeling, to be present. A part of this episode, you guys are going to hear a recording of some of the speakers, the families that came and spoke about their loved ones and the aftermath of their loved ones being here and what the world is to them. And I listened to those the day after, and it took me. It made me sit down and really have to confront how I'm feeling.
I think the one that hurt me the most was hearing the father talk about
that's
his
the
son.
one.
Yeah, man.
They're
And
all
the
the one,
call.
but that's the one.
That one was
that broke my heart. You know
that definitely reminded me of a protest that happened here in Queens. Actually, it was one that my brother's friend organized. Like he organized it last minute, like night before. Hit me up like at 11 o'clock at night. He said, "Yo, post on your IG. There's a protest happening." I didn't know he was organized. I think he just wanted me to share the info. I said, "Yeah, sure, no problem." We get there. Next thing you know, I see him standing on the cooler with making a speech. I'm like, "Wait, this is him? What?" And then we marched from Queenstown down to the courthouse. And
deep.
What kind of like hit me was there was this lady that spoke, who her son was murdered 25 years ago by a cop, and she basically got no closure from it. They did an investigation. They said, "Oh, they really didn't tell her anything at all," and she's been kind of in limbo for 25 years.
And that's
she was
hard.
And she was there like literally crying, and like you feel the anger and like her on the microphone just like pouring out all her emotions, and it's like, damn.
Yeah,
like
that's
like
tough.
for mothers to be going through the same emotions for 25 years.
Yeah, that's big tough. That's big tough. I couldn't imagine, but thank you guys. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Lee, for being my friend in this.
Thank you guys for coming along.
Timers. We popped our protest cherry together. But again, thank you guys. If I will put you guys' handles, but if you guys want to say where people can find you.
JoDn?
Oh yes. Oh, sorry. Find me at JoDn. Find me at JoDn Music. That's JoDn Music
on Instagram. And you?
You find me on Instagram on images_by_Matt. I'm actually working on a site. Hopefully, it should be up soon.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have just everything on there.
Perfect. And again, thank you guys, and we will talk soon.
Cool.
I'm gonna